Hello viewers, you are watching The Real Conversation on Direct TV. I am Mabinta Koli, your host, and right here with me is Papis Sohna, a scriptwriter, a film director, and CEO of Sohna Bros. Papis, it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Alright, so that was just a brief introduction. Now tell us more about yourself.
Well, I think you said it all. I mean, I'm a director, a filmmaker, a scriptwriter. Basically, when it comes to the film industry, I've tried to master all areas, but then I focus more on writing and directing, but I also do some camera works, editing and all the stuff, lighting and all, like in my company, I try to know every area so I can teach it to other people and then give them roles to distribute the roles so that the job will be easier for me. But then I can say I'm a one-man, I'm a freelancer, I can do everything by myself. Amazing. But then I try to expand now and then give roles to other people and then focus just on writing and directing.
Okay, well, that is an amazing task. So how did you start a career in the film industry?
When I want to think about the time I started, it went back like a long time ago. Before I traveled, when I was in the Gambia, I always have a camera with me anywhere and a laptop. So I started editing. Nobody taught me how to edit. I just wake up one morning, shot some footages, and then just start editing. So I did a music video when I didn't even have a clue of how to edit a music video. I made one. After that, I tried to make a drama series, but then that didn't work out very well. So I went off it for a long time, and then I traveled to the UK. So when I went there, I was working for so long, and then suddenly, when I had a gap of not working, I was thinking about what to do. So my mind went back to filmmaking, and then I was like, you know what, I need to go back to filmmaking. But all that while I was working, I had a camera with me again. Okay. A new camera I bought, I mean not a new one, but a second-hand camera I bought in England, which is still with me. The camera was there in the corner. It was just for pictures. But then the moment I have that gap, and I'm like, you know what, let's move back to filmmaking. So I started writing script and then making films.
You are a go-getter. Yeah. So what really inspired you to be in the film industry?
I feel like film is one of the biggest medium of communicating with people.
Okay.
It's a very fast way of talking to people.
Yeah, exactly.
As much as music is, film as well can reach to many people from all areas, all corners of the world. So I'm thinking there are a lot of stories to be told. We have so many stories in Gambia that needs to be told, and even personally, I have some stories that I want to tell. So which is why I went into filmmaking. Okay,
that is amazing. So tell us about the latest. What are you working on right now?
At the moment, we're working very hard on this series called A Second Chance.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been working very hard on it. We started filming in February. We filmed for about 3 months. So I went back. I didn't finish, so I came back. Now I'm here to finish it.
Okay. Yeah. So what message are you trying to pass across? Tell us about the movie.
The story involves young people's teenagers that are going to school, and with kids, they make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they think they know it all, so maybe it's to do with bad influence, peer group, peer pressure. You never know, but most of the time they tend to do the things on their own. They don't want to listen to their parents. Not all of them. I'm just saying some kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which is why I come up with this story, like being a Gambian, grown up here and then went to school. I know what students went through. Okay. I know what's going through in the school, in the industry. So there are so many kids that are involved in so many things that if they had known, they would have think twice before they do. Which is why I come up with a second chance. So you're gonna make mistakes, but if you're given a second chance, will you have done those mistakes? So the film is all about that. Yeah.
Interesting. So be honest here. Did anything in this movie occur in your own life, or it happens to occur to someone you might know?
Most of my films, I don't know whether you've seen the other ones before, but most of the films I've done is either some stories I witnessed, something that happens to me, or something I've seen happen, or something that can be happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So what role do you play in the movie, The Second Chance?
I tend to take lesser role because I want to focus more on the production side. So I played Mr. Sohna, a teacher.
Okay. Yeah. And who is the writer? Who wrote the script?
I am the writer.
So how does it feel like, taking two heads as the script writer, a teacher in one movie? It is an amazing task,
I mean, like every job, you have to give every job its due. Like if it comes to writing, it's strictly writing.
Okay.
When it comes to acting, it's acting. Yeah, but sometimes I get confused when I'm acting, even though I write my script.
Okay.
I forget my lines. Can you imagine? I've written the scripts. I've spent nights, days writing those scripts. And when it comes to my part, the same way I'm telling the kids or any other actor, take that line again, that wasn't good, you missed something.
Okay.
It happens to me as well.
Okay.
Because I'm just human, So yeah, when it comes to acting, most of the time it's very difficult. Which is why I'm trying to have less roles on my films.
Okay. So how long does it take from start to finish to make a whole movie?
It depends. Like if you're talking about a movie, which is one feature-length movie, it can be 1 hour, 20 minutes movie. I did one in a month.
Okay.
But then that wasn't enough for me to finish that movie. I needed more time because I don't have time. I just rushed it. But then when it comes to this series, it takes longer because it's episodes. It's like a never-ending thing.
Okay, so let's talk about the funding now. It requires a huge amount of money. Like you have to pay your cast and you have to pay, the settings and other places as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you do the funding? Do you have any sponsors anywhere?
No, I don't have any sponsors because if there's one thing I learned in this country is that you cannot depend on people. And if you want to depend on people, you're going to be disappointed. And if you want to wait for people to come in and help you, you wait forever. So I believe in taking the first step, and then do my thing, and then try to excel, do my best to make sure that what I'm doing, when it comes out, it will be, everybody will know about it. It will hit everyone. And then people will be like, wow, have you seen that film? Have you seen that series? Have you seen that? That is when people want to jump in, So I would rather people jump into me than me jump into people. So that's what I believe in. Because the filmmaking, the way I'm doing it is a hobby. I love it.
Okay.
So I can never lose. So I spend a lot of money with my equipment. I spend a lot of money on set. Like you said, some of the cast will say, I want you to pay me. Like when I was doing the film, some of the cast said, I want you to pay me. Yeah. The other cast will come into agreement of, if we make any revenue, this is your percentage. Okay. Which is something I'm doing in this series as well.
Okay.
But then one thing which is sure that I have to provide all the time is fare. I give every cast fare. Like yesterday we were having a school party which involved all the students. Okay. I have to give everyone fare. I have to provide food for everyone. And like you said, if there's a venue that we need and they ask for money, I have to pay for it.
Oh, exactly. So how do you choose your cast?
Because I don't live in the Gambia anymore. I just come and go. When I was doing Lizzie Kerge, also it was done in Sweden. I didn't live there. So I use my brother in Sweden to cast for me. And when I'm here also, I use people who are here to help me with the casting.
Okay. So how do you deal with situations? Because sometimes some actors can be unprofessional. That happens in every career. Yeah. How do you manage situations like that?
Well, that's the role of a director. Like you have to be prepared for all things like that. Okay. It will happen. You will find some cast that will be very difficult to direct, even to manage. But then it's up to the director to be able to communicate.
Yeah.
To earn his respect. The moment you earn your respect within the team, you will be able to achieve what you want. But also, there's some people that you cannot change or you cannot control. It's your film, you are directing. You know what you want. If you don't have what you want, then let the person go. So we just part in pace.
Okay.
But then yeah, I prefer to work it out first. And most of the time, it works. I never find a time where I had a problem with someone that I need him or her to go.
In your opinion, what do you think is the best quality of a film director?
To be able to direct, you have to be patient, very patient, and you have to be tolerant. And you have to bring yourself in a level with your cast. Don't feel like you are bigger or you are more important than the cast. Don't feel like you own the cast, you know. Try to communicate with them properly. Try to communicate with them with respect. You know, be a good example on set.
Okay.
And if you have that, you have what you want.
Okay, good. So what advice do you have for young aspiring actors in the Gambia?
They just need to keep pushing, like us directors. There are so many directors I know here that are also trying their best to break boundaries. So the actors also, I can see they're doing the same thing, they're trying their best. But what I always say is, for us to get to where we want to go, we have to work more on quality, you know, and professional jobs that will need to push us to where we want to go. So you might be an actor, you might be doing something every day. You know, people will say to you, "Oh, that's good, that's nice." But as much as they don't see, or the rest of the world or anybody else doesn't see the level of professionalism, they will never respect you. You know, and then you have to put some quality and you have to put some effort, like many directors are doing. They're trying to come up with good quality films, good quality videos, so that people will understand that, you know, this is a top level. But if no matter how much you try, if you don't want to improve, if you don't want to like go to the next level, you will always be where you are.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, probably more, I'm doing more time management. You know, most of the time I have problem with time with the cast. Like, you want to start a certain time, the crew is there waiting, and then we'll be waiting for 5 hours or 6 hours. So by the time the cast come, the crew is already tired.
Oh.
You know, and then the job, maybe the way you want to do it will not be possible because, you know, we have wasted about 5 or 6 hours without filming. So time is one problem. I mean, maybe sometimes, I don't know, maybe locations. Sometimes you want a location because they don't know you, they don't know who you are, and they don't know what you want to do. Like when we were doing the school scene, we wanted to find a school. We find it very hard to get one.
Oh.
Yeah, very hard, until I see one of my former teacher who knows me and who is now, you know, working in the place and is the principal of that place.
Okay.
Help me out, yeah.
Okay, that is amazing. So, tell us how it feels like working in the film industry. Is it fun?
Well, for me, it's fun so far. I don't know, because I don't know the industry very well in Gambia. I'm trying to live with other directors and other filmmakers.
Okay.
But most of the time I meet different actors and actresses. You know, I meet them, I know them, and I learn from them. You know, sometimes they'll come on set and I'll ask them questions. How is it like on set with this film, that film? So I'm trying to learn through the people I see. But so far I haven't got any problem, because I'm not here often. That's why. But it's fun.
Okay, do you sometimes have doubts in yourself that maybe you won't pull out of this, then later you succeed?
Yeah, many times. Like sometimes I wake up in the morning, I'm like, you know what, I don't want to go filming today, I'm tired, you know, I'm just going to cancel. But it just takes one person to come to me and say, it's time. Like one of my cousins was here, he's my assistant director.
Okay.
And he's older than me, but then he never let me rest. So sometimes my mood will be so like very down, I don't want to do this, and he will just say, you know, get up, let's go, we're going. And I just get up and go. So sometimes I have that mood that I don't want to do anything. But it just takes a little bit of boost, and then, you know, it works.
Okay, so during your shooting, and do you come across something like fun, weird, or crazy?
Like, you mean fun with the people, with people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we have jokes, we have fun, you know, it's normal. Sometimes, like, when we have, like, there was a time that we went out for camping. We had to camp that time because we went so far to film. So that was a camping, and there was a lot of fun. You know, we've been to our cinema, we had storytelling, you know. you know, everybody was having fun.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I can't wait to watch the movie.
Yeah.
So I'll just take you back. Let's talk about your educational background.
Okay.
Yep.
My educational background when I was in Gambia, it was grade 12 level. I studied in Bunung Primary, then from there I went straight to St. Augustine. So we were the last batch to came in for grade 7. So grade 7, 8, 9, 10 to St. Augustine, then we went to grade 10, there was no grade 9, there was no middle school, it was high school completely.
Okay.
So I finished in 2000, and I did some courses, like computer course and other stuff, and networking. I tried everything,
Okay.
you know, and I work in the hotel industry before I traveled. So when I was in the UK and I did my first series, and when I saw it was a success. It's not success as a lot of money, but success in a way that it reached everywhere. Everybody was talking about it. So that led me to go and study in the university. So I have studied film, and I've just finished my degree.
Wow. So tell us more about yourself.
I think the only part that you don't know, which is part of my career, I always mention this, is like that moment when I was not working, and what caused that. I think sometimes something happens and then you find that there's a blessing in disguise in it, because I had an accident at work. It was a very serious one. So that led me to stop working for a while.
Tell us more about the accident. Deliberate on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, like the accident was so serious. Sometimes I had to go through psychiatry to help me process that. You know, because the more I think about it, the more it feel like it's new. So it's like it was very serious. It was like I mean, I could have lost my life in it.
Oh,
you know what I mean? But the problem is, we all believe, like as a Muslim, we believe that when it's not your time, it's not your time.
Yeah.
And Allah has decreed every time for everyone to go. Maybe that time was not my time to go. But in any other circumstances, that would be a, deadly one. And then many doctors, 3 of them said to me, you are very lucky. There was someone up there looking out for you. And anyone who saw the accident and how it happened is going to believe that I survived it.
Okay.
So it was difficult. I went to several operations, and then I didn't last 3 days in the hospital. I leave.
Oh, okay.
So I left with my crutches. So I was like everywhere. My whole neck was swollen and everything. But then the healing process was so quick. Maybe because one of the doctors said to me, "You are lucky because you are like very physical, active in the gym and all that."
Okay.
So that helps me with my bones. So after that, I was going to therapy, going to the hospital every now and then, doing physio and everything. But then after 2 weeks also, I dropped one crutch. Okay. So I was working with one.
Okay.
And then I traveled to Gambia 3 weeks after my accident. After that, 1 month later, or maybe a couple of months, I dropped all crutches and I started working normal, and everything was fine. So that has caused me not to work for some times because I couldn't do any job, because the job I was doing was physical, and this kind of accident led me to not able to do my job the way I was doing it before.
Okay.
So I have to change job now. So I was thinking, what should I do? Should I just go and do another course and work, or should I just do what I want? So I was like, let me just do filming. So I just focused on my filming. So I think for me to have the accident, it was a way of telling me this is not your area, this is your area.
Yeah.
So it's changed my profession quickly.
Okay, but then do you want to talk about the accident? What sort of accident was it? Was it a car accident or what?
No, it's not a car accident. It's an accident that happened at work. In a workplace, they try to put every measure in place for people not to have accident. But sometimes some things you cannot just avoid. So my job was, I was like communicating with a crane driver. Like if you, I haven't seen a crane in Gambia, maybe there is, but I haven't seen one. A crane is like, it's a tall machine that lifts objects or materials, equipment, whatever. They lift them from one area to another. So it's always in a building site. Yeah. So they used a crane to transport material from one side, from this point to that point, or from the ground to the top, or from top to bottom.
Okay.
So I was the one who communicated with the driver. So the driver's up there. So now I'm standing on a lorry, waiting for one load to come down.
Okay.
So he already picked the load from 10th floor. So the load was very heavy. It's about maybe 9 plates, and every one of those plates weigh a lot. So as soon as the crane was coming around to me, so the guy who did the load didn't do it properly.
Okay.
So he didn't use proper slings or whatever. So then the thing slide, and when it slide, it just attacked me. So I was standing alone, it just went straight to me. So when the way it happens, like I was wearing helmet, and in normal situation, I would not want to wear helmet. Sometimes I was like, you know what, I can't be bothered, I just put my helmet down. But on that day, that particular day, I was wearing helmet. So he hit my helmet, break it into half, cut my head, you know, give me a fracture at the back, you know, laceration here on my knee, you know. So it pushed me out of the way, and then when I fall off the lorry, the load landed right where I was standing.
Oh, sorry
So
about
it's like,
that.
yeah, so it's like it pushed me off and then just stood there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, that's why I had to went through surgery, because my ear was hanging like that, everything. So they have to fix the ear, you know, do the surgery here, my knee and my neck.
That was a terrible accident, but I'm glad that you've overcome it.
Yeah.
So take us through the movies you've shot.
Before this one, it was like it was a series as well. I started with a series. Listen, Kerry.
Nañ ko muñal tuuti rek moom su friends ami pare nañ ko
bro
yow mun nga maa mais dama wax suma jikar may ma tuuti may ñu tuuti ñu ngee ñëw
bro naka la xanaa doo leen naan caay
duy naan ataaya mais ma dama wax suma jikar
Calm down. Haral. Okay?
waaye dama wax yow nañ
Haral rek. Da nga him ataya.
yeah bro
Ataya ñaata la?
ataya no man nag yow ma jox rek mun naa si
man dama dee him ataaya
No booba yow tabato.
man dinaa la himal ataaya
bro
Jël change bi.
waaye thanks man bro yaa baax saras tey ñu ngi nice ne ma yow
This guy, I like him. Yeah? Because he look very genuine. But Sawaji, man
xam nga lan la fii amuloo koo fee like ak koo fee bañ kii xamuloo ko kii man maa ko indi si kër bii yaa ngi understand kii bugguma nga entertain ko bébé yow yaa ngi mel na kii gina si kër bi pare yaa ngi entertain ki mu indi fii
that was done in Sweden. With Listen, Kege, you'll find most of the cast, their surname is Sohna, you know, and then we also have people who are there, are very important to the series.
Okay.
You know, and they even contributed a lot, more than even what anyone else can do. So we all did together, like my brother was in Sweden doing the cast together, he has some friends that was living with him, and then we all came together and then we did that series. And it was a success. So as time goes on, we start to bring in people, and then it became like a big series. Season 1 ended, we went to season 2,
Okay.
and now everybody's waiting for season 3, because like it was well received by many people, Senegal, Gambia, everywhere. You know. And then after that, I came to Gambia and I did another film which is called A Dark Past.
What's wrong?
Papis, I don't want to have the image of my uncle in my head while she coming to me. Mulogis lolo. Yo.
Wait, hold up. I haven't even said anything. Sis, hold on, Lee, mungi buga opal lo hold on. There's something seriously wrong with you.
Bulma ko hati. Man dara jotuma. There's nothing wrong with me.
See,
Dara jotuma.
this reminds me of our first night. So, lan la leen a wax.
ñaan who cares man ak yow ñooy sëy wala man ak ñoom we don't owe them any explanation, do we?
What would society say?
Papis, really? Yo, tell me something. Honestly, yo, lan mooy sa problème man li ma nekkut virgin wala ñiy toog si biti. What is more important to you, small virginity wala your love for me? Tell me.
So yeah, that was the second one, and now this second chance is the third one.
Gis nga ñii nii suñ demee ñu rush lii te amuñ benn evidence ñu dem attaque gaay dañoo dox suñ may fenal ñu ba pare te duñ si mun dara parce que amuñ benn evidence su doon suma sago daal nañ tey ñu gàppa ñii nii mu ndee school la.
fii bu dee da nga ragal xam nga ma bàyyi ma dem lijjanti ko. Hey, I think she's right. What? I want to gather more evidence to attack this girl. I need to humiliate her.
Hello.
Yow naka nga addé sans si biir page bi. Yow ak Sam lim def yëpp nga ko add si biir group chat.
Z, I thought we all agreed that we were going to let her be for now.
Comme lu ma la bëgg a wax ni there's this new girl, huh? Damn, she pretty, she got everything. The whole, I know that she gonna kick your ass. And guess what? Me is the girl. I'm out.
I'm Mia.
I know. I'm Z.
Okay, so do you have anything planned for the future?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, like I was doing music videos before, but that was not my area. I realized that no matter how much I love filming, music video is not my area.
Okay.
So I don't mind having a team who is responsible for that. But then my future plans is to make more films, keep making films. Also to open an online TV maybe, and employ more people. Because I want to train more people. Because right now, Sohna Bros, we are training so many people. So many people are learning how to operate a camera, how to operate lights, how to operate sound, edit, and everything. So I want to train more of those people so that the industry will grow. Because the more you have people who are experienced with the work, you will have a bigger industry. That's my beliefs. So anybody who want to learn, come to me and I will teach them. You know, so that I will grow. The industry will keep growing. Yeah, to teach more people, open an online TV and employ more people as well, and then continue making film until we break. We have a breakthrough. Because my target is to have at least one film that will go international.
Okay, that is amazing. So that is our very own Gambian making a difference in the film industry. Sohna, once again, thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome. My pleasure.